Hi, I wonder, how many of y'all have ever been in a situation that felt like I used to find myself in? Getting in your car, driving down the road, getting on the highway, and passing the police, and thinking to yourself, oh man, they gonna come get me? And they constantly looking in that rear view mirror. Are they gonna come get me? Are they gonna follow me? Are they looking for me? My name is Mark Anthony DuBose Jr., and I was born July 4th of 1986. And today, it's been a very interesting day, a interesting understanding of something that I just felt like happened to me today. I just was like, wow, this is cool, this is awesome. The simple fact of passing the police for one of the first times in my life and realizing I don't care. You know why? Because I've got it dialed in. I've got it set up. I know what I'm doing. I know I'm good to go because I always keep it on the cruise control for the speed limit of the road that is asking me to go. So if it says 60, I'm going 60. If it says 80, I'm going 75. If it says 35, I'm doing 35. And I've always been doing that year after year now since I had an issue, I guess, when I was a lot younger, about I don't know how long ago now, but when I was a lot younger, half my life, so over 15 years ago, that I used to just drive fast. I used to always just be on the edge of my seat, just constantly kind of trying to push the limits and push my boundaries and push what it is to be able to see how fast and see what I can kind of get away with. But I always noticed that I'd always run into a situation. I'd always run into a speeding ticket. I'd always run into a whole lot of paranoia. I'd always look into a whole lot of always staring in my rear view mirror. Someone gonna come get me? Are they looking for me? Are they gonna come up behind me? There became a time in the day that once I realized I started to get out of that, once I started to go by the guidelines, once I started to go by the rules that are in place, I started to just relax. I started to just not care. So I would drive, and I see them on the side of the road, the police, and I'm just like, oh, hey, the cops are out. Look at them. Never, ever feeling nervous about if I'm going fast enough or if anything is wrong with me or if anything that I'm doing is not right. Because I know I'm doing what is right. Because I've paid attention to what it is that the rules are. I paid attention to what it is that everybody's looking for me. And I started to do what it is that they would tell me to do with no complaint. I just did it. And I just said, you know what? It's 60. It's 60. Who am I to make that up? Who am I to decide to make a change with that? That I'm just going to do what it is they tell me to do. And I feel like that's the same concept with me and being able to have a very good understanding of knowing who God is and what he's all about. That he puts some rules in place, puts some guidelines in place, and he says, in reality, you can break them. That speed limit, being 60 miles an hour, it's not a you have to do it in reality. You can do what you want to do. But if you decide to do something that isn't to the regulations of what that said, so if you decide to go 80 in that 60, you have to deal with the consequences that may come to you where you may have to pay somebody something. Like around here, a speeding ticket like that is about $300, maybe $400. I don't know about you, that may not be a lot of money, but to me, $300 is a whole lot of money for just trying to drive and get somewhere 15 seconds faster. I'd rather just hold on to that money to be able to utilize it for something else instead of having to just give it to something that I'm not quite sure what they're even spending that money on in reality. So you could do whatever you want. And I feel like that's the same concept with what it is that God says to us and he brings to us. You could do whatever you want. He's not telling you have to and you have to and you have to. But he's saying if you don't want to have to constantly keep looking over your shoulder, if you don't want to constantly keep looking in your rearview mirror, if you don't constantly want to go into a situation and feel like, I'm not sure, are they going to come and looking for me? Is something going to happen from this? Is something backlash going to come to me from this? That you find yourself in a situation where you don't have to do that anymore. If you want to live by and have a very good understanding of knowing who God is and start to live by his guidelines and start to go by his commandments and start to live by his laws, I'm telling you, you're not going to be looking over your shoulder much, wondering if you're doing the right thing. You're not going to be putting yourself in a place where you're just like, I'm not sure what's going to happen here. You're always going to be set up for absolute success, knowing that what you're doing is the right thing, is the right path, is the right way. You're not going to feel any I'm not sure's and I don't knows and I don't know if this is going to work out. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it past this. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make it through this. I'm telling you, if you have a good understanding of knowing who God is, he's saying, you just stay on that cruise. You just stay on that cruise. You believe me. You understand me. You love me. You allow me to love you. You allow me to show you how beautiful this world is. You allow me to show you how awesome these people are, regardless of if you see what craziness is going on out there. That, yeah, I can hear on my phone all day long. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on out there. But just me personal, what I see, the people that I interact with on a day-to-day basis, I don't see no evil. I don't see no destruction. I just see nice, relaxed, awesome, cool people. They may be a little frustrated. They may be a little angry. But they're angry and frustrated in ways that are not what I feel like I just constantly keep on seeing on my telephone with how people are. And I felt like I was doing a whole lot of research where studying how people act on my phone and seeing how people are in certain situations where it's like, I always feel like a lot of that is just fake. I feel like a majority of everything that I see, unfortunately, today is just fake on my phone, that I'm watching it and I'm just getting a sense of like, you guys are staging this. You guys are setting this up. You guys aren't actually really like this, because when I see who I see in my life, in my world, in my everyday to day, I see a completely difference. And that's something I feel like is the power of who God actually and truly is. That once you just put it on, like let's go back to car reference. Once you put it on cruise control, once you're just dialed in. Now you just know you're good to go. Now you're able to like look around a little bit. You're able to like, oh, there's a school there. Oh, there's a stop sign there. Oh, there's a person there. Oh, there's a crosswalk there. Oh, they just painted this. Oh, they just redid this. Oh, there's a new route here. You start to see stuff instead of always trying to look ahead to scan where the police. He's there. Is he there? Is he there? Is he not there? Is he not there? And you pass with it, just like, oh no, oh no, oh no. He might catch me. He might be there. He might be there. You get out of that mindset of living. You get out of that way of being when you start to have a really good understanding of knowing exactly who God actually truly is on this planet that created this, to create these roads, to create these streets, to create this grass, to create this dirt, created these rocks, created the sun, created the moon, and created this whole earth, created me and created you and created these dogs and created those cows and created that donkey back there. And he created all this stuff. He made it. He had a master plan to put it together and slap it and make it be good. That once you have the understanding of knowing that that's the realness that's out here, I'm telling you, you're not going to be looking over your shoulder so much. You're not going to be so anxious anymore. You're not going to be so paranoid anymore. You're not going to be headed down self-destructive means of being anymore. You're going to start to be able to relax. You're going to start to be able to see the beauty. You're going to start to be able to understand that things are just absolutely amazing. That you don't have to fight so hard to get some stuff. The stuff's just going to be able to come to you in a way that you may not. I'm going to say it just like this. You may not appreciate it in reality at first because you may feel like, oh, that I put in the work to be able to get that. I did this to be able to get that. But you're going to start to come to a realization one day that things are just going to start coming to you that you're just like, I don't know how that possibly lined up because I didn't make this happen. I didn't do this. I didn't even know that these skills that I had were even that good. That you're going to start putting stuff out there that you start getting inspiration to do that. It's just going to be absolutely awesome. That you're just going to be on cruise control of getting stuff done. You're no longer going to be looking over your shoulder. I don't know if this is right. I don't know if that's right. You know, you're constantly sleeping with a whole lot of people that you feel like you shouldn't be doing, where you just shouldn't be doing it, and then you're going to no longer have these regret feelings every single day, like I shouldn't do this, I shouldn't do that. You would stop being excessively drinking alcohol, knowing that it's not what you should be doing. Having some is okay, yeah, have some. No one says not to have any, but he says to make sure that it's not your world. It's not everything. It's not how you are able to get forward to be able to function on this planet. Because if you need it to be able to function on this planet, that's basically you saying that you need that as a god to be able to do what you need to do on this planet. And that comes down to lust with other females or males, and lust with alcohol, lust with drugs, lust with work, lust with money, lust with any of that stuff is saying that you love that more than you would love God. So God is saying, hey, then keep on trying to figure that out. That if you keep on that path, you're always looking over your shoulder. Because you're always looking over your shoulder like I don't have, especially when it comes to like say money. You're always going to look over your shoulder like I don't know if I have enough. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do enough. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it this week. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through this. Where then, yeah, you're loving it and you're always going to have that. But if you just get yourself on cruise control, if you just dial it in, you just have a good understanding of knowing what you should stay away from and know what you should start working on. Knowing that the path that you're working on may not be faster than the guy that's next to you, because the guy next to you is, I'm going to say, cheating a little bit. He's going 80 in the 60, where he's going to get there a little bit faster. But when he gets there, he's going to have a whole lot of strife, a whole lot of jealousy, a whole lot of rage, a whole lot of anger, a whole lot of situations inside of him that he just or she's just not feeling good, feel confident, and feeling able to be able to keep on moving forward. But you, on the other hand, you're going to get there 15 seconds slower, and you're going to get there so calm, so peace, so loving, so forgiving, so much self-control, so much patience, so much wisdom, so much joy. That's how you're going to be able to get there, instead of getting there on the other route, where you may get there a little bit faster, but I'm telling you, you get there faster just to put yourself faster into destruction, not faster in a way of being able to make sure that you're able to get what it is that you want to be able to get on this planet faster. That's something that I just feel like is a very interesting thing that happened to me today in driving and seeing the police on the side of the road. And just like, I'm just, for the first time I looked at them, because I don't know, the police just don't do that around here where I specifically live. I never see the cops doing traffic stuff around here. They just don't have time for that, I guess. That they're a little more intelligent is the word I like to use when police departments don't do that, because there's other things out here that you should be working on, in my opinion. But it's just for the first time in a long while that I just saw one. I was just like, oh. And I'm on cruise, and I'm good. And I didn't even have to check the speed. I didn't even have to like figure out, oh, what about, no, I already knew I was good to go. And that's how I truly feel today with everything that goes on with me, with everything that I'm constantly working on, with everything that's going on around me, that I know it's good to go. I know everything is fine. I know it's in order. I know it's going to work out. I know I'm going to be able to have it. I know I'm going to have enough. I know I'm going to be able to eat. I know I'm going to have something to drink. I know that what my skills are to put out for market for people, that it's going to work out and it's going to be perfectly fine. Perfect? No, but perfectly is a good word to put it. That there's going to be trials and tribulations in the middle of it, but I know that as long as I keep having faith and keep on pushing forward, knowing that I'm doing what it is that I need to do and using my skills the way that I need to use my skills, that it's going to work out and be just perfectly fine. And it's just everyone's going to be satisfied in the end with what it is that I'm doing. I know that all that is going to be able to come to me because I know who God is, and I give my life to be able to make sure that He is the one that is the controller and the ruler of this, that it's not mine. I'm just a mere human being out here that is under His rulership, under His control, to be able to do what it is He needs to do. And I just come to realize the more that I just put on that cruise control, allow Him to just do what you want to do, God, do what you want to do. I've just noticed that my life just keeps getting more and more interesting. And interesting in a better way and interesting in a not so better way. That sometimes some things that I felt like I used to do and used to want to be a part of, that I just feel like I like that. I used to like some of the things that I did. I used to like some of the people I used to hang with. I used to like some of the places I used to go to. But it wasn't something that was going to be bettering me in the future. It was something for the short term to say that I liked it. And also at the other side, I say that things get better in my life in a different way, that I like the things that are adding in, getting extra into my life. The situations that I'm in that are allowing me to grow up and see my life in a different way. That I'm no longer thinking like boys do and doing what boys do and having this idea and this concept of mind of need it now and I can't survive without it now and feeling without and feeling jealous and feeling envious and feeling lustful in any sort of way. That I'm moving forward in a different way of being able to understand that things are fine. Things are good to go. And as long as I stay very, very firm with doing what it is that I need to do, staying very, very firm with doing what it is that I know that I should be doing, and staying on that cruise control, that everything is going to be perfectly fine for me. Is there some stuff that out there that I just want? I look it up. I see it on my phone. I see some things that I want, some items that I wish I could be able to get. But I just know that I'm not going to have it right here, right now. But if I work and put those baby steps to it to be able to get it, I'm going to get there and I'm going to be able to have it. I'm not going to throw a hissy fit and say, I can't get it now, so I just don't want it. And I feel like a lot of me has been changing the more and more that I've just been on this cruise control of knowing I'm going to get there and everything's fine. With that, I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for today, for another awesome day, another very, very interesting day. An interesting day that, again, like, I watch myself in these videos sometimes, and especially today, I'm going to rewatch this video with this specific dog right here. That this is what, day 3? He's already understands. Just lay down, just relax, man. Everything's good to go. It doesn't take months, doesn't take years to train an animal. If somehow I figured out how to be able to do that, where someone would say to me, Mark, you may be a little rough, you little strict, you a little bold with what you do. And I'm gonna say, no, I just know how to work dogs. And I think that some people, when you see someone that actually knows how to work them, do it, you get so confused. And I know I get a whole lot of backlash for what it is that I do. I get a whole lot of drama for what it is that I do. And I know why. Because what I do is the right thing. What I do is real results. What I do gives you real success. And I don't know what everyone else out there is doing because I see it, but I know that you don't get the success that I get because I know who I'm following and I know where I'm at with what it is that I'm doing. And I know how I'm able to continue to keep on having these skills to be able to do what it is that I do. That I trust in knowing that God has got my back and He's got me. And He's promised me to be able to have a successful life on this planet with doing what it is that I need to do with the skill set that I have. Not only just working with these animals, but being able to communicate to you how to be able to do such a thing and how to be able to communicate to you, how to be able to get closer to God and how to be able to communicate to you that this world is awesome. This world is amazing. It's not all this drama and this chaos that you're constantly seeing on the news and seeing on everywhere, seeing on social media and seeing out there. It's not all of that. This world is absolutely amazing. And when you start to have a better understanding of knowing who God is, He's going to start bringing more and more of that amazing stuff to you. He's going to start having no choice but to make sure that your world is just surrounded by all the goodness and all the greatness. He's going to make sure that all the negativity and all the drama has no choice but to just get away from you. It's just going to repel. It's going to look at you and it's just going to be like, I can't deal with that person. Like, they're not even going to try to tempt you. They're not even going to try to mess with you. They're not even going to try to damage you. They're not even going to try to destroy you because they know, for one, if you are true in your faith and being 100 with God, you are not going to be destroyed by any other human being on this planet because you know who your main source is. And I'm just so thankful to be able to understand that and know that and be a part of that and be able to continuously be out here and do what it is that I do. That I don't care what somebody has to say with how I handle this and how I handle that and how I do this. All I do is I see in the end, I see success. I see awesomeness. I see stuff that I just don't see others do. And I feel like there's one thing that Mark, why are you sitting now in all your videos? Because sitting with dogs is one of the hardest things to do with them, to get them to do what it is that you want them to do. Standing, they always act a different way. When you sit, they start to get into that playful. So I'm just upgrading what it is that I'm doing to make sure that I don't care what position I'm in, that I'm able to have the sense of control, the sense of reliability, the sense of respect in no matter what I'm doing, no matter where I'm at, no matter what's going on around me. So that's why I feel like I do what it is that I do, to just keep on testing and pushing and challenging myself to keep on getting better and better and better. That the next person next to me, I know you don't do that. You just do enough and you just have enough and you just say this is good enough. Where I'm always, how can I get a little bit better and a little bit better and a little bit smoother and a little bit smarter, a little bit faster. And that's just what I'm constantly doing every single day, over and over and over. And the only way and the only reason I'm able to do that is because I have a good understanding of knowing that God is awesome, God is powerful, and he's always able to make sure that we're having more than enough and able to keep on growing to just infinity. We don't just cap out where we're just, oh, you're smart, here you are. No, we just keep going. We just keep adding, we just keep learning more, we keep having more, we keep doing more. And that is something that is just absolutely amazing to me. And with that, I want to say thank you, and thank you again. And I hope that y'all have a fantastic day. We'll shut that off in a second. Yeah.